Hi, my name is Magdalene Hadzi-Kazakis. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm representing East Tennessee State University's Master of Social Work program. Today I'm going to be discussing House Joint Resolution 70. It was proposed on February the 11th this year. It urges the President and members of Congress to pass comprehensive immigration policy that would protect American society, favor U.S. citizens and lawful residents receiving public benefits, and it would compensate the state for the burden of illegal immigration. What are the strengths of this bill? This bill uses strong language which creates a sense of security. However, we would argue that this is a false sense of security because our society is not in danger due to immigration. It does create a dialogue surrounding immigration reform, and it discusses the impact of illegal immigration on Tennessee. However, this bill describes illegal immigration as a burden to our state, when in fact, $3.8 billion in economic activity would be lost from Tennessee if all unauthorized immigrants were removed. What are the weaknesses? This bill does not consider family unity. Currently, 30% of immigrants are undocumented. Many of those undocumented immigrants have children who are American citizens. They very often do not seek services that their children need because they have fear of being separated. There are already over 5,000 children in our foster care system whose parents have already been detained or deported. This does not make strong families, and it doesn't make a strong country. This bill further marginalizes the immigrant population, and it increases the difficulty of the immigration process. Both documented and undocumented immigrants are already often treated inhumanely in our society. This bill and similar anti-immigrant legislation would only make it more difficult for immigrants who are trying to obtain employment, education, and documentation. If we were to pass immigration reform that would allow for a path to citizenship, we would see an estimated $1.5 trillion increase in the GDP over 10 years, and a $66 billion increase in our federal tax revenue. Our recommendations fall in line with those of the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, who believes that we should be supporting immigrant communities. We should be implementing programming that would restructure existing services, target needs directly, build new services, and provide more and better services for immigrants and refugees. How can we implement those strategies? We can consolidate services such as education, healthcare, and social services under one roof. We can increase bilingual staff in medical settings and schools. We could create interpretive services for mental health professionals and emergency responders. And we can have ongoing refugee and immigrant orientation programs that would discuss issues like fair housing. Programs such as these are already successfully happening all over the United States. A few examples of those are Mary's Center in Washington, D.C., soccer clubs in Dallas, Texas, and Somali TV in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which is designed to provide information to their big refugee population. In conclusion, we need to do something about immigration in this country, but the answer is not House Joint Resolution 70 or similar anti-immigrant legislation. I hope you can see how immigrants are supporting Tennessee. It's time that Tennessee supports immigrants. Thank you.